Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Utica Curling Club. I'm Dave Cragnolan alongside Tim Conboy. We are broadcasting live today the 2024 Mixed Championship in-house Bonspiel. This is our prep Bonspiel for the Cobb, which is coming up on the 15th through the 19th, I believe, of February. And we're going to broadcast the A final here on Sheet 3 today. And Tim, welcome. Always good to have you here.
Thank you, David. What is the Cobb I've heard so much about?
The Cobb is our mixed bonspiel that's actually international. Canadian teams usually come down. I think there's a bunch already lined up to come down, and the format is two guys, two women, and it's a seeded knockout. You don't know who you're going to play, is what I'm trying to say. But again, this is the prep for that. Every year we have our mixed. This is the mixed championship that preps for that, and the first 5 teams, the winners and loser of the A event, the winner of the B, the winner of the C, and the winner of the D event, which is the A constellation. Those teams will be Utica 1 through 5, and we pick one out of the hat, and it looks like several more teams may get in too. But we are going to have our procession here, which is just underway, and we'll be quiet for a minute and let that incur. Sunday morning, it's always a tradition in curling, certainly in our club where we have a procession. Not other clubs, but this club always has a procession where we're let out onto the ice, and all the finalists get to play for the right to play in the Marie Cobb. It's a big deal. Bragging rights, certainly, to win the mixed championship. Well, well, well. Another Sunday morning curling event. Boy, this is fun for curling nerds like me and Tim Conboy. This is a lot of fun to be able to broadcast these games. And ceremonial shot of Drambuie and or
Ginger ale.
ginger ale for those who don't care to have a shot. Ceremonial thing here, and we'll be ready for the action to start right away.
I used to always say Sunday morning, shot of Drambuie. What gets better than that?
No kidding.
You know you're in the finals.
I miss it. Yeah, I definitely miss. I miss being out there. It's fun to do this as well. So,
And we're pretty good calling shots back here.
yes,
I don't think we've missed one yet.
no, if we have, it's not by much. Head ice crew member here, Gary White, will send the players off.
Oh.
It's actually Tim Hansen,
Hansen.
the chair of the event. Okay.
I just realized, shouldn't we get shots too?
Probably.
We have to talk about that next.
I wouldn't want to get slurring during the broadcast, so
More than normal.
maybe I would slur less. So we are ready to go here, folks. Our A final is the rink of Roger Rowlett, Michelle McEnroe, Howie Feldman, and MJ Walsh versus Pete Shirelli, Cindy Brown, George Brown, and Cindy Shirelli. So we're looking forward to both teams have been undefeated during the course of the weekend, and we are looking forward to hopefully a really good game. We have our B event final on sheet 4, our C event final on sheet 5, and our D event final, which was the A consolation, on sheet 2. And we will keep you updated on the scores as the morning and the afternoon progresses.
Go
ahead, Tim.
I
Sorry.
was just going to say we're probably going to have to, on the score sheet, we're going to have to flip the teams around based on who has hammer. They're going to flip for hammer, so we don't know yet.
Right.
Who's what.
We might have
color.
to move some names around on the scoreboard, but that's Tim will have you all updated on that in a second or two once they flip.
Have some viewers already.
Great. Sit back and enjoy. Nice rainy day to sit back and enjoy a curling game. Always looking for feedback on our audio and our video quality. Seems to be a lot less that I don't want to jinx us, but a lot less seems to be pretty perfunctory now as far as that is concerned. So I think our ice crew is getting a rest next week. I don't think we have a tournament next week. Thank goodness our ice crew has been working dogged hours to create good ice for the players. And the following week is no, not the following week. I think the following week might be the college. I'm not sure. Go to uticacurlingclub.org to find out. I know that the Cobb, which this is the play down for, will be that starts on the 15th of February, which is a Thursday, and runs through the weekend. And but you can always get that information at uticacurlingclub.org if I misspeak or just don't know.
Looks like.
Loud and clear. Thank you, Bill Kraus, for the feedback. Sounds great. And I think that might be Dan Berger. Great. Thank you. Well, we're underway here. It looks like Roger Rowlett, the team of Roger Rowlett, will throw first and throw yellow rocks. Should be a good game. I don't like what's happened in professional sports where every time you turn the TV on now there's some kind of odds and games and stuff. It's just not my thing. But if I were to make a slight favorite, I would be very careful in doing so in this game. This is kind of a pick-em to me. And curling's a funny game. The teams who play well, it doesn't always anybody can beat anybody at this level in a given day. So certainly the team that plays well and makes their shots has got a better chance of winning regardless of the personnel. Ice looks nice and fast right out of the get-go. Nice stone there from MJ. Beautiful. Very nicely thrown. Right to the middle 12. Pete Shirelli is going to ask wife Cindy to get rid of this one. She wants to throw normal. Just little down weight shot here. They're holding it. I think it's going to make contact with it. I don't know if it's going to get it off the rings, but it's maybe just enough, and it did. Going to wind up with a little corner,
Back
too.
12 just rolling off.
Very nicely. Just got there. They worked it over early, did George and Cindy Brown. We have a game of all significant others. Do we not? We do. Roger and MJ, Michelle and Howie, Pete and Cindy and George. Kind of neat. That doesn't happen very often. Takeout attempt here from MJ Walsh. Coming up real hard. They worked it over and they got it. Great sweep.
A roll back to the middle.
Yeah, very nice. Nice shot. Good team shot.
Earlier game, 8:30 semi, the ice was pretty quick. And curling good, too, so we'll have to see what it looks like on these games.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of curling this weekend. It didn't look like there was very many places where there was straight ice and slow ice. It looked really lightning fast. I clocked a couple of rocks, 26-second plus on sheet 2 during the afternoon yesterday. And another takeout attempt here from Cindy. Looks like she's all over it.
It's going to be about 2 foot of curl, maybe, a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, this is a down weight shot as well, and they go right by it. And, in fact, it came up on her, and it went right by.
That curled about 3 foot there.
Sure did. And, again, down weight, you're obviously going to have more curl.
Takes a little while to get used to the thrower and the curl.
Mm-hmm. Howie Feldman now with his first stone of the morning, soon to be afternoon, would like to cover this rock up. Guard attempt. The always consistent Howie Feldman. In my mind, certainly one of the best players in the Utica Curling Club.
Throwing and sweeping.
He is just a great player. It's coming a little deep.
It's going to leave it open.
Looks, yeah.
Half a rock open anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
And Pete's just calling down to it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want to remove it at this point. What do you think?
They have
Come
hammer.
down to it, or
They
you
have
wanna-
hammer here. They have the hammer. I'd be trying to get rid of this rock, but
Yeah, you've got someplace to roll under,
if
cover.
you don't make the perfect freeze, you're putting yellow in control of the end.
So you do have a cover to roll under.
Mm-hmm.
You know, freeze always looks like a great shot. It's just tough to do.
No question about it. It's the toughest shot to play in the game.
It's going to stay out.
And just past the tee line with weight. And a little bounce. Roger won't leave that sitting there. Hit and flop right on top of the other one would be an ideal scenario. Ice looks very readable thus far early in the game here. About 6 inches of ice he's giving him.
It's coming.
Roger yelled hard.
Yeah, he did. It's going to tick.
Wow,
Not
it
gonna
really,
make it,
really
yeah.
took off on him. He yelled right away. I'm assuming that Howie was a little inside, a little narrow.
And there wasn't a lot of broom there.
Did leave the yellow rock on the rings, however. Let's see what Pete Shirelli, I think you want to get rid of this yellow rock. Yep. Excuse me. This will curl if he's down weight. George Brown Second for Team Shirelli.
A little outside. It's going to come back nicely, though, I think.
Yeah, it's just kind of really nice board kind of weight here, which is what you need for this kind of curly ice. You know, look at that. It's just a super shot. Very nicely thrown. Little flop over. Left a double there, certainly.
Well, the down weight hits give you some flexibility with this. You can carve them in maybe a little bit easier.
Yes. So Michelle McEnroe with her first stone of the event here will try to hit and flop away. Just hits this rock pretty much anywhere. I think she gets them both, unless it crosses the face too much. And it looks like it's down weight. Certainly down weight here. This is going to take off. They got on it early and they're really pounding it. I don't know that this has enough weight to do
It's almost
to do much.
Tap back weight.
Yeah. Did it miss the top one? It did, and sat
Got
right
the back
there.
one though.
Wow, it didn't have enough even to get the red one off the ring. So a little down weight shot there. I'm not sure she wanted to throw that soft at it.
No, certainly not, because she wanted to catch the outside one. I believe was the intent.
Now Cindy Brown, probably, I mean, you got to do something with this yellow rock with hammer, right? Yep. Her first stone of the day. Again, if you're down weight here, this will curl. This is a little more weight than Michelle threw, and it's staying pretty true. Very nice. Right on the nose, looks like to me. Pretty much nose hit. Nice shot there.
Going to catch the red on the way by.
Yep, left those red rocks clumped up a little bit, however.
Got that back tripper out of there.
Yep. No hammer here for Team Rowlett. Michelle McEnroe playing a little cleanup here in the vice position. And she's curled phenomenally this weekend. I've watched several games of theirs, and she's been consistent all weekend. Got a good-looking shot here.
Going to flop too much, though?
Maybe.
It's gonna sit right on top of the other one.
No, it just rolled away too much.
Huh?
Okay. Driver's seat here now for Pete Cirelli. I think he would love to sit 1 and 2, regardless of what he does here. I certainly would like to sit 1 and 2.
Where would you put it? On top? Over there?
You could
Over
draw.
on the right?
You could draw. Draw's okay. I think I like the draw. And Cindy's a very, very good draw player, so he's playing to the...
Going to try and split the house, then.
Yes. Yeah, the takeout out there, if you miss it, this is a much better scenario, I think, especially with a fine draw player like Cindy Brown.
But you don't want to put it on top of the one you've already got there.
No, you need to leave the double, right? If she can get just static right across in the middle of the 8 foot behind the yellow guard that she's trying to get it behind. Boy, it's got a lot of curling to do. It's not going to bury. I think you want to take this deep now. You don't want to leave this clumped up for a double.
I think even where Pete was pointing the broom, though, I don't think he really expected
I think
it
I
to
would
bury.
keep going with it, and it's going to be back far enough. I would keep going. I think I would like to have separated those rocks a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
And set 1 and 2. There's a little thin double there. All he's got to hit is about a quarter of the second stone, and they're both going to go away. So a little miscue there on where this rock should have been left. I think I would have taken it back to the 8 foot and been 1
At
2.
least the back 4.
Yeah.
Full back 4.
Yep. So we're down to skip stones here in the first end. Team Cirelli sitting 1 and 2. Certainly a double here. This is not a real difficult double. He's just got to hit about a quarter of the second stone here, and both of these will go away, and he'll sit 3, which will turn the complexion of the end right around for Roger Roulette.
Not a lot of weight, though.
And left it out, too. It's clearly wide.
Gonna get
Coming.
the one.
Coming.
He's gonna get the one.
Yeah.
Kind of a nose hit.
Now Cirelli's in a really good spot here. If he can hit this and roll away and sit 1 and 2, that would be the ideal spot for this rock. Half a rock and just sit 1 and 2 separated. Hammer belongs to Pete Cirelli in the first end. Takeout attempt here from Pete. And he also left this out.
They don't really start curling till after the high line, but that's a little heavy. Whoa!
Oh, a spill from Pete Cirelli. And he looks like he's okay. He fell well and his head was up. That's always a good sign when someone takes a spill on the ice. Might have tripped over his shoelace. It looks like he's snugging up a shoelace right now. Wow. That always can be. I try to catch that when I see players where a shoelace is dangling from their foot to try and get their attention, because that it's amazing that how fast you can stop with a shoelace underneath your foot, as just seen.
Or a piece of grit.
Yeah.
Especially for the people sliding down to the other end of the ice there. Catch a piece of grit underneath that slider and you'll stop dead.
Hard to believe, isn't it? But it does do it. Roger Rowlett with a takeout attempt here, trying to cut. Take Cirelli's chance for a deuce away here if he can hit and roll underneath. Sit 1 and 2. Force would be on.
No, he's not going to roll underneath.
Oh, my goodness. It might miss it.
Just a corner of it.
My goodness.
Okay.
And he luckily bumped the red one out in the back. But he left Cirelli sitting 1, so Pete's got a pretty much open draw to the 8-foot for his deuce.
I think that was a little bit too much down weight.
Boy, and I think so too, because it almost looked like he was wide when he slid out. And it really curled. Howie didn't believe it. Howie was sweeping away. So good chance to get 2 here for Pete Cirelli in the opening end.
And there was one too, though. If you're down weight and you only tick it, it's not going to tick it out of the house.
Right.
You know, that's the down.
You just move it around.
Weight, yeah.
So wide open chance here for Pete Cirelli to get his deuce here in the first end. After a miscue with his first rock, it'd be a bit of a gift that he can get his deuce here. Just got to hit the 8-foot circle. This is one you want to leave to the sweepers, you know?
Yep.
Lay it out there, find it, let the sweepers judge the weight and bring it where they want to bring it, as you said earlier. Carve it.
Yeah,
I think you said carve it. I like that. I like that. I like that.
I don't think I invented that. I think I heard it.
Oh, it's a nice. No, yeah, it's a good one though.
But I think you're trying to carve it where you want it to go.
Boy, they are working this over right out of his hand. They're thinking he's light. I don't know. The weight looks pretty good. Cindy's jumping out too. I think the weight's perfect myself. Looks really good. They didn't overbake it. They might have overbaked it. No, it's good. Back 4. They were a little eager to work it over, but nicely done there. And a deuce in the first end for Team Cirelli.
Well, George is an early sweeper, too. He likes starting it out.
Jumpy George.
Yeah, Jumpy George. Oops.
And I say that in the most endearing way. Good friend and a fine curler. So you got to feel good if you're Team Cirelli, getting a deuce in the first end. Now he'll set up a steal end for himself.
What's the old adage? Take two, give up one. Take two, give up one. Never works for me, though. I only take one, give up two.
The best laid plans in curling sometimes do not come to fruition. Looks like she's going to slide onto the rings here. Full 12, maybe just touch the 8 foot. And full in the 8. No wasted time for Roger Rowlett, wanting to get rid of this. Ideally rolling way out to the 12 foot, maybe just a biter way out.
Either side at this point, doesn't matter.
Sure.
Normally after the second end, I mean, we're just starting the second end, but normally the ice will start speeding up now.
Nice shot there from MJ. Pete won't leave this yellow rock on the rings. You know, it's a funny game that we play. Sometimes there's so many rocks in play, like this end's shaping up. If everybody makes them, Roger would play for a blank here. But, you know, just hit and roll. It's just funny. And then the next end there could be 12 rocks in play. It's such a strange game like that.
Well, the key, I think, is you've got to start out with guards. Once you put one in the house, then it's normally the hit.
Yes.
And you got to be good at hits if you're going to play the hit game.
Yes, indeed. And if you want to steal, you got to have guards.
You have to have guards. I've learned that the hard way.
We all.
And then the other problem, you got to have guards, and if your front end's not cooperating.
Yeah. So Roger's going to get a little aggressive here. Instead of going after this and trying to play for what the scenario I just painted for you, he's going to put corner guards up here and try and get himself in a position to score a multiple end with corner guards.
All right, and that's the key, I think. If you just go after it, you're going to trade hits.
That's right.
I think it depends on who you're playing and if they can hit.
This one's losing line real fast. But it still works.
It's going to line right up with
you can get behind it. That's
with
fine.
the bottle caps there. It's actually almost a perfect corner guard.
Yeah. Pete looking for a center guard here.
We were just talking about that earlier, where to put a corner guard. And we have the bottle caps in the ice.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right there in line.
Yeah, for the mixed doubles power play.
Right. Far enough out there to get behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually tuck one on the top 12 tee line.
Center guard attempt here from George. This one's going to slide right into the 8 foot as well. Not the end of the world. Does give Roger a chance to hit and roll. Textbook release there from Howie Feldman. This one's going to get right to the nose, I believe. Pretty much a nose hit. I don't think Pete will leave that sitting there. Want to roll away, I believe. Static, right alongside of the other one, about 5 feet away, would be perfect and sit 1-2.
Do you want to roll under the corner? Do you want to roll that far?
I don't see why not. Your nose hit's okay. Tough double. Just don't want to leave it close to the red one where you can double them off, right? I like sitting 1 and 2 here, regardless of where we are, just not close to the other one. And this is coming up really, really hard. Really hard. Just board weight at best. And he's going right on by. Maybe a tick. A little tick Rooney.
Put it under the corner.
And he put it under the corner for him. Pete wanted to come the other way, and he let the front end talk him into coming the other way. I think I liked the out turn with that shot too, but he was down weight a little bit and inside, so now Roger's in the driver's seat to get a multiple score here.
And what do you tell your front end when they want to change the call?
Keep quiet. It's my night to skip. It's my day to skip.
If you make the change, make the shot.
Sometimes there's too many skips on the ice. Good looking shot here from Howard. We get a little roll of the inside. Right on the center line. Beauty. Very nice. It's funny, one shot like that changes the whole complexion of the end. Now it's damage control for Team Chiarelli. Sizing up the double. Double's ideal, but just cutting Roger to 2 here now is probably the mindset.
Well, he was looking at the way he was aiming that. He wanted to hit the yellow over to the yellow versus a cross-house double. I guess I might have phrased that wrong.
Yeah, like an angle raise, right?
Yeah. You want to hit, if you hit on the outside, or I guess the inside of that yellow, and roll your red over.
And again, the best part of a hit and roll is
the hit.
Double's there. It had some weight.
Boy.
Didn't have enough weight. Not even going to take it off.
Put 2 under cover.
Perfect. Perfect for Roger. Just not enough weight. I tell you, if she threw some weight, they were both going bye-bye where he hit that stone. I think I'm coming around again if I'm Roger.
Maybe
right about
12,
right
8
about
foot,
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're also going to cover the draw down to him.
Right. And if Roger sticks this where he wants to, I think Pete's going to have to make his mind up to get rid of that yellow high guard so he can get a look at these stones that are in the back 12 here. Again, it's damage control at this point for Pete Chiarelli.
Yeah, it depends on how much they leave visible.
Mm-hmm. This doesn't look like it's heavy. I don't know if this. It's a little heavy.
T-line? Maybe even behind T-line?
Not bad. Exposed, however. Did it get behind? I can't see if it
Just about T-line.
Oh, it's wide open.
Yeah.
That's wide open.
Pretty much 3/4 visible.
Now, how do you, Pete's checking out. How do you get them all? Can you get them all? I think you can.
Or I guess it'd be the
half a rock, you get them all. Right there, just on the outside of nose there. Boom, 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 and they all go away.
Is that outside of nose or inside of nose?
Outside of nose. On the center side of nose. Bang.
Right, so wouldn't that be the inside?
Please don't freeze.
Wouldn't that be the inside of the nose?
Is he freezing? Oh, my goodness. This is a daring move from Pete Chiarelli. Little damage control here if he can run something off here. You don't make a perfect freeze here. He's setting Roger up for a bundle.
So going back to my question, is that the inside or the outside? Isn't the inside
the
inside of the center?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little team discussion here.
Well, sometimes
I want to talk this over too. Yep.
Sometimes I confuse myself.
Yep. Inside being closer to the
center.
Center. Or we could call it the high side.
Or is that the low side?
No, that's the high side.
I need the definition book.
Yeah.
With
correction.
Pictures. With pictures.
Correction, low side.
Okay.
And maybe going to change ideas here, maybe?
Cindy can throw a takeout.
Boy, oh boy.
No?
This is
that broom,
a daring move here. This is daring. I think I'd be trying to run that shot rock into something yellow and get a double anyway, but...
Again, his freeze has got to be precise.
Yes, it does.
Maybe a little tap back.
This has been a point of conversation all weekend. Do you freeze in this situation or do you hit? Up 2 in the second end. I think she makes a perfect freeze, then
That's going to tap.
And this is too much weight for a freeze. It's going to bounce and leave Roger a chance for a pile.
I'm going to leave it in the...
It's not even going to stay on the rings.
So just put that one further under cover.
Might outcount something here. And it actually did outcount 2 of them. So he's, yep,
Not on this overhead, I don't think
right,
so.
yep.
I think we got
Second
one,
rock.
one yellow, yeah. Which could go away.
Too hefty duty. And Roger's going to hit this rock and sit 4. A big opportunity here for Team Rowlett to have a multiple score here. I might question that strategy a little bit from
What?
Team Shirelli this early in the game.
The freeze? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not happening.
They had the opportunity there to hit the upper one.
Right.
And get a double, at least get one of them.
Yep.
Even if you roll the wrong way and leave yourself open, at least you got rid of something.
Coming right to the nose here. Nice shot from Michelle. And now sitting 1 and 2 is Team Rowlett.
She wants to hit that one and roll over. Hit the back and roll over. That's a tough roll.
Riverboat. And they're talking about freezing. I think early in the end, I might have tried to get rid of that yellow guard way up there, but that's just me.
Too late now, I think.
Much too late now.
Yeah, the original call there to hit the back one and roll over to the right. I didn't see that roll.
So it's freeze time here for Pete Shirelli in dire straits here in the second end.
I think you can freeze the top one
Oh,
or the back one.
Or the back one. He's not going. You're right. The back one takes maybe 3 of them away.
And if you freeze the back one, they can come down and freeze to you.
That's right. But that would be a great shot. That's going to take 3 of them away. Perfect shot would be shot rock froze to shot rock.
What you don't want to do is bounce off that top yellow.
No, and leave it a sitting duck.
Yeah.
Nope.
Sitting ducks and curling her.
Ooh, you aren't kidding. Especially when you can roll away and still get a pile and not keep your shooter, right? So this is my interpretation of why skips get the big bucks. He's not light.
Looks a little heavy.
It's coming over. It's going to bounce off of something.
If it's gonna get anything, it's gonna get the back one, and
if it
bounce.
Ticks, we don't want to tick.
Oh, look at that!
That's not a horrible outcome right there. That's a great shot from Pete. I still think that yellow's sitting 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think so too.
Roger can split the house here and play for 3, like there. I like that.
That was a tough for Cindy to watch that one come down through and not call sweep there.
No kidding.
Just skinnied by that top yellow.
It did. That was very, very, very well done.
At least he's kind of locked in there. So where do you want to put this?
Somewhere over in the 8 foot to the left of center. In one of the wings of the bird over here on the way over here. Just so long as it's sitting 3. No, Roger's thinking here. Pete may try to freeze down to his own rock and take 2 of them away. If he does that and he leaves a little bounce off it, he's going to leave Roger a chance to double them out and get 5.
Right, but that's why this shot's got to be
third rock.
Basically at this point you want a shot rock, because if Pete freezes to his, takes the other 2 out of play.
This needs help. They're working it. They came up for a second, and this rock is not heavy.
It's not going to make the house.
No, I don't believe so. So that's a break there for Team Shirelli. Roger has hammer here. And Pete's thinking about freezing to his own. Or, boy, he could get really aggressive and try to freeze to shot rock. What you don't want to do is bounce off shot rock and leave Roger a chance of doubling those 2 reds out. That's the fear of that one. Or you take this rock out and back and say, okay, play for 2, Roger. But that's not the case, though, because this red rock is vulnerable over here, right?
Right.
If he takes second rock out, he leaves Roger a chance at chipping the red one off and getting a pile. So what is Pete doing here? He's going to try and take this rock out and stick, which both of the red rocks, if he hits this on the, oh, changing up.
He's going to come down. He originally pointed out he wants to freeze in that top yellow.
Right, and if he makes that, that's dynamite. He could be shot rock, and I'm not sure where that rock goes if Roger. This is a courageous attempt here at stealing the end. I like that better than taking this one out in the back.
Well, if you take the one out in the back
and roll away, if you lose your shooter, Roger could chip the red one away.
Well, if you take the one out in the back,
get a pile.
You're just sitting one.
And I'm not sure if that rock that MJ swept at the end is on the rings. It would make
no, I don't think so.
A big deal if it is.
Well, it looks like a biter on the monitor.
So that's a big deal. She didn't give up on it.
Lighter than his first one.
Is he by the guard? I don't think he's by the guard.
He's yelling. No, he's not.
He's not by the guard.
No.
He can only hope that it blocks this red rock, and it pretty much does. So it looks like Roger's just going to play for an open draw for 3. Yeah. Open draw for 3 to the 8 foot. Wow. That red rock wound up in a good spot to block this red one from getting chipped away for a bundle. I'm pretty sure that rock up on the top of the rings isn't a biter.
I think, when I look at the monitor here, I think it is.
Sure looks it, doesn't it?
But
put a bar on it anyway if it was close,
well,
It's not now. It's not going to be a. If he was going after the red, it might be an issue.
Like, could you throw enough weight and curl that much to tap that red out?
Tough. It's sure.
Be a gutsy shot though.
It would be.
Point.
He's sitting 2.
Boy,
it would
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It'd be a gutsy shot for 5. Or you could come way outside and just hit the yellow into the red too. That's a tough one too. Not even looking at it.
Yeah.
Be happy with his 3 and.
No, it's up for us to.
It's
up for us to look at the impossible plays.
For sure, especially from up here. Oh my goodness. Going to play for the bump now. Got to play for the raise on this yellow rock. Wow. Sometimes in curling, things have a way of working out. 1, 2, 3.
It's got a bump to the 8.
Count them. 1, 2, 3. Plan Bs are always in effect in curling, folks. So a 3-bagger for Roger Rowlett in the second end to take a 3-2 lead on to the third. Jeez, it's too much. Curlers are a rare breed.
Well, they called Gary head ice guy down. They said there's water on the ice on 5. He said the other day
Compressors did something wonky, or
the compressor the other day shut off for 4 hours.
Okay, on to the third end here. Hammer goes back to Team Shirelli trailing 3-2. Takeout attempt here from Cindy Shirelli on this rock in the back 8. Looks like she's all over it. Going to lose her shooter, I think. And clean house. Center guard attempt here from MJ. Looks pretty good. Threw it out to the sweepers. They can bring this right where they want to bring it now. Great shot. That was closer in, right to the top of the 4-foot. Very nice. Once again, a takeout attempt here from Cindy Shirelli. Funny, the last end shaped up like this kind of a takeout game and blank end, and turned out to be a 3 spot for Team Roulette. Great looking shot here, very nicely thrown. Great shot. While there's a little lull in the action here, I'd like to say thank you to our volunteer bar staff. They've been doing a wonderful job since we decided to go that route. And kitchen staff, Anthony Amodio and Tammy and their crew back there providing us with great food. And many thanks to anybody. Tim Hansen, chair of the event, doing a wonderful job. There's a lot behind the scenes here that goes to a curling event. It's not just as simple as show up and play. It's a lot of coordination, and kudos to those who are involved in that. So we are in that kind of a mode here right now on this end where ideally I think Pete would like to play for a blank end. It's certainly shaping up that way. Thank you. Takeout attempt here from Howard. Looks like we're going to play that. We're going to play that game right down the line here on this end. Pete will hit that and just keep playing for a blank here.
So I missed the first part. No guards.
No guards. Yeah, right.
Went they right look deliberate, or?
Yep. They wanted to go in, and everybody's making their takeouts so far. So we're playing that game. Pete's thinking about it, but he's going to think better of it and eat an end up here and keep the hammer.
Okay.
Looking shot here from George. Looks like he's all over it. Curls real hard. He might lose his shooter. Yeah, I think the shooter might just spin on the rings over there. No, it doesn't look like it. It's gone. So now Roger will put one of the top 4 and keep playing that game. That Red Rock has no fear of being able to promote it on or split it on where it's way out to the side. Almost went off the sheet.
So what's the logic earlier in the game there when the leads are thrown? Why put it on top 4 instead of guards? What's the logic
to challenge the other lead to make the takeouts.
Okay.
You're hoping for a miss. You're forcing the other team to. You're making them throw a shot.
Right. I guess if you know you're playing somebody that can make hits, though,
then you don't want to do
I
that.
wonder about that.
Yeah, then up 3 for sure. You don't want to have
Right.
guards in play for the other team to draw behind.
Right. No, I understand
But
that.
in a close game like this, no, you're challenging the other lead to make a takeout.
Right.
And she made 2 beauties.
Yeah. Well,
I think this one's going to make the rings. Now, if you're Pete, do you come around? Maybe. Why not? Free shot. Or he could just peel it and continue. Now he's in driver's seat here. So it's funny. Again, one shot changed the complexion of the end. Cindy's a very good draw player. See if she can find weight here.
there's a very gentle release there.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching for the
Soft hands.
rotation. though,
Lady
sometimes.
curlers that have this kind of just,
That's
there's a
a-
softness to the release like that.
That's
Very,
going to lose the handle potentially.
if it's by,
And
it
look at
looks pretty good to me if it's by. And it is by. This is a
It
beauty.
is, boy. When she let go of that, it almost looked like there was
Right to
no-
the top of the 4. Beautifully read by the front end. George and Cindy Shirelli, they got it on it. It didn't bury. It's pretty much edge on edge with the guard, but she threw him. Giving a kudos to her front end that swept that rock beautifully. Michelle McEnroe will have a chance at a takeout here. If you're Roger, ideally, you'd like to hit this rock and roll underneath your guard. Put the force in play. But again, the main part of the hit and roll is the
roll.
The hit. It's so true, though.
Well, that's why they don't
Especially
call
at the
it,
level we play,
they
you
don't
know.
call it a roll and hit.
She's all over it.
Oh, boy,
Shooter might go bye-bye, though. Shooter's going away.
just caught a corner.
Yeah. A little more weight maybe than she wanted to throw. A little wrinkled up her nose after she shot it, coming back. Not particularly happy, and she's giving Cindy another chance at the draw here.
If we had different cameras, we could show the throwers' reaction shots.
That would be
That's
really
the
cool.
funniest thing, watching some of the faces. And I've
That
done it
w-
myself.
That would be really cool.
You look to the sky and say, how did I miss that? Or you say a few words that shouldn't be repeated.
Indeed. I don't know if we have the mic on it all in the shed. I think that's it, isn't it? Is that the shed mic?
I think it's here.
Okay. Haven't heard a lot of yapping. I'm not hearing any sweep calls or anything. Oh, there we go. It's that right there. It's this one. There could be a little audio out in the shed here, folks. It's that one. There we go. Yeah. Better.
I'm looking at the skies myself. Where are these voices coming from?
Go. Mike. So nothing touching paint yet. An opportunity here for Roger Rowlett without hammer here to get one behind these 2 guards now. And put the force and put the steel on, right? Steel end in play. Got 2 guards. And the red one certainly can be used in his favor here. Little deliberation with MJ and Howie. Not sure where the deliberation is. This is a wide open draw. Try to get one behind the guards here. Maybe what speed he needed to throw. Roger's certainly a keen player in figuring out.
And Howie is a timer, so he's going to give him a accurate time.
Sure. Thank you. Good looking shot. I'm not sure this is going to bury, though. Just not coming over, not finishing. I thought with that weight it would snap. It's a T-line, just a top 4 weight. It just didn't come over. Looked great
No,
out of his hand. It
yeah,
just
I couldn't
kinda,
tell from this angle if he threw it out a little bit.
I don't know. It just looked pretty good from where I'm sitting. It just didn't finish. Wow. The old adage on a given day, on any given Sunday, right?
We're looking around the sheets here. There's some close games on the other sheets.
That's great. Everything's tight right now. Everything's a tie game, pretty much. Picciarelli with the hammer here in the third end. Boy, he'd love to hit and slide underneath his guards here now. Roger left him an out here with great throw. Nice weight, just didn't finish for him.
Pete's a pretty accurate thrower with that knee slide.
I'm going to try it myself next year if I'm able to curl.
I hope it doesn't make a liar out of me.
No, it looks pretty good. George trying to push it. Line's getting better. It's not going to bury.
It's not going to bury. It's going to go left a little bit.
Stick on the rings, though. Roger will. Good idea from George to try and get that as wide as he could. Last stone here for Roger Rowlett. Picciarelli will have the hammer. Question is, if Roger hits and sticks, do you try to blank it? I would, but
yeah, I'm not a big fan of blanking it, only because I think sometimes I need the points when I can get them.
That's, on a club level, I might consider that too.
That depends on who I'm playing against and who's on my team.
Yep, no doubt about it. Ideally, you want to try to try and score two with the hammer is a big deal. He could set himself up. You chew up another end and move on, right?
Right. Well, that's why I said that adage, take two, give up one, take two, give up one. Doesn't necessarily work for me.
This one he set out just a little bit. No offer from the front end at all.
No.
I'm not sure if he's going right by it. Might tick it.
No, I don't think so.
Might
Gone.
Tick it.
Wow, what an opportunity.
There's a big miss there from Rogers. So wide open draw for two. Now, if you're Picciarelli, do you try and split this red one on for three? All day. All
What
day.
he's looking at.
Yep. He's got to just hit half a rock with draw weight and elbow, not even third of a rock with draw weight, and he'll spin it right on his shooter. This is a big deal.
George Brown going down for a consultation.
Yeah. I think it's a no-brainer. And if you go around it, you get your two. But this is a big opportunity here for Pete.
Well, if he's a little narrow and just taps it in, he's got his two.
True. A bunch of ways
If
of
he
making
gets around it, he's got his two.
And if he splits it, he gets three.
Just can't be short.
Right. Yeah, that'd be a big missed opportunity to not get his deuce here. Third end. Exciting game so far. Boy, it doesn't look like a lot of weight. My goodness, he just let that go at the hog line, but might have gave it a little push. Line's getting better for the split. Pete's eyeballing it. His line's getting better for the split. Getting better. I don't think he's going to get his shooter on, but he got his deuce, as we pointed out.
Yeah,
so
little light.
Yep, got his deuce there in the third
A
end.
little more weight there to split his on.
So 4-3 after three. Almost a little more weight. It would have been fine. Just needed to throw a little more weight. Let's see if that comes back to haunt him, only getting a deuce out of that. On to the fourth end. Pete will try and set up a steal here. The center guards. can't steal if you don't have guards.
Well, I find it easier myself to steal than I do getting to it to him.
I actually like playing that game too.
And it just seems like if you can get one stone in the right spot, the other, you shut the other team right
That's
down.
right. You're in control of the end. That's right. This is sliding right onto the rings. T-line weight a little greater than that. Roger's not going to leave that sitting there. Chance to hit and roll away. Nice pace to the game, moving right along. Nice take out there from MJ. Going to come right to the nose. Nice shot. Ideally, he would have liked to roll to the wings, but again, every end we've had so far is shaping up like this, where rocks are sliding on with that were guard attempts, and now we're into a takeout game, which can be nerve-wracking.
Sure, it's that half shot and the miss.
And back nicely for her.
Another nose hit.
All right, nice shot. Whoop. Might have set this one out just a little bit. I don't know if this one's going to come back or not. Maybe. Just enough to chip it off. And it went right by. Unfortunate there from MJ. So Pete looks like he's going to guard this. There's also a mindset that you could split the house and force Roger to one. But he's going to guard it, and that's okay. In control of the end thus far with a miss there. You don't split the house and you leave it short. Roger can take it out, and you'll provide him with a corner guard. So guard attempt here from George. Put a little pressure on Roger here. Cindy's are working it over. Over curling. And it looks like it over curled just a little looking down there. About half rock showing, a little more maybe. Yeah, a little more than half. This is an either or. If he's narrow and he gets the guard out of the way, it's not the end of the world.
He just called for bumper weight. Or normal.
Like a good shot here from Howie. Beauty. Going to keep his shooter nice too. Great shot.
Does not miss too many.
No, he does not. And again, it's that solid delivery, that balanced, solid. Even if he's drawing, he's got that same delivery that just, you can't knock him off his feet. He's just a solid, solid player. So left it wide open. Force is on. If Pete can hit this and sit 1 and 2, Roger's thinking in his mind that the force would be on. And this game's given us everything we want so far. It's a really great game.
Waving him off.
Let her go. Not anymore.
He's waving him off, and he stopped that one quick.
Might get a roll behind the guard here.
Might get too much of a roll.
Yeah, I think so. Wow. It took a big move on him. He was waving no, no, no. It looks like a biter, so it's on the rings. Hard to anticipate those big moves like that, you know. Rock made a big move.
And sometimes
3/4 of the way down.
you're anticipating you go to sweep and you keep it out.
Yes. Imperfect science for sure, the game. You wouldn't think that a 42-pound curling rock could make a move like that, but it did. Draw attempt here. Now he's got a corner guard up from Red Rock there.
That's moving hard too.
It is. Looks a little toasty. This is through the rings on its own. Wow, that's unfortunate. We jinxed him. Sorry, Howie.
Get red down there.
Now you could throw a guard here if your Petey's trying to come around without hammer. He's going to leave the circle open for Roger. Again, there's a force on there. You throw a high midway guard. Roger's got to either peel it. You do have a red one touching back here, or he can come around and then you freeze to it. This is all, you know, with the way this end is shaped up. This is.
So you throw a guard here?
I might consider if this one's on, then sitting 1 and 2 is a better option. But throwing a guard's not horrible here. If you're trying to, I don't see this Red Rock winning the end out back here.
You better go for a raise at this point.
Yeah, I think so. But it moved hard. They're going to get it on the rings.
Yep.
So 1 and 2.
Solid 12.
Now Roger can draw behind these, and still he's in line for a deuce.
You can see he's debating on whether he wants to hit it or draw behind it.
Yep. The big bad part for him is that if he hits, you got to draw here. Because if he hits it, he's probably going to be exposed, you know, and then Pete hits it, and he's got a chance for a deuce if she makes a perfect draw.
Right.
Otherwise, he's playing for one. Pardon me. So draw attempt here from Michelle McEnroe. Trying to get himself in line for a deuce here is Roger Rowlett. Line's getting better every turn on this one. Line's getting better every turn. This looks like a dandy to me. If it's got legs to get behind him, and it does. Oh, what a great curling shot. Behind the tee line now. He can freeze to this, which he'll do.
It moved good at the very end, though.
Yeah,
Just made it a little bit harder to freeze to.
Yeah, maybe 1.5 feet too heavy, but a great shot there from Michelle.
Now, this is a precise freeze because you've got to have the perfect weight to roll
You're
in.
right. You don't want to bounce here. You give Roger a chance for a deuce if you bounce. Even in front of it, you know, not shot in front of it is okay. Light. Looks light to me. It's light. It's going to be on the top one. Just a little. One broom too light. Line was great. Just a little light. Now Roger's in the driver's seat. He'll come around again.
Yep. Actually guarded that one.
Yep. Right there. Yep. Cindy not particularly happy with that. Left the door open here. So now it's funny how the end again. Complexion change. Roger's in a driver's seat to get a multiple score here.
Now, he was putting his broom down, leaving it a little exposed.
Yeah, we call that the Christmas tree effect. You don't want to leave the one in the back frozen too. I'm
thinking about you want to bury the top one, but you're right. Then you leave the back one exposed.
Right.
You freeze to that one, you're done.
Little Christmas tree, just showing a little bit of it, so now they can't be raised doubled. You know what I mean? So they can't use this stone that's coming down as a avenue to get both of them. And in fact, that's what might happen here because this is not curling like the first one. So the double is going to be. Oh, the double's there. Yikes. Or a hit and roll is okay. Hit and roll's okay. Hitting right there is fine.
Little tap back.
Yep, that one just didn't come over. Weight was great. Just didn't finish like the first one. And if he hangs it out a little bit, he gets the double.
But going for the double and going for the tap back are two different weights.
They are.
So it's two different shots.
Yeah, one would be a miss.
So it's...
No, I mean the same weight for both shots, right? The same way. You can move. Board weight will get both of those rocks if you hit it on the handle. Boop, they both go away. Just with board weight, they both go away. But you don't get the roll. But I'm okay with doubling off and sitting 4. He's coming with it, and he's probably throwing, I guess with that broom, I would call a board weight shot here with that. Nice control weight. You don't need to gas it, that's for sure. Our ice is not indicative of needing big weight. We just need to, it's more of a precision
Actually, I
thing,
think
you know?
the stones bounce more at the lower speeds.
True.
I really do. I think that when we first got our new stones, last year or year before, it seemed like the high takeout,
Actually wasn't there.
They acted the same. It was the low weight takeouts.
It's very true. Kind of doesn't make sense, but I totally agree.
I'm sure there's some science behind that.
Yeah. Line's getting better. Boy, it's going sideways. I don't know. He's by. He's by. Oh, my goodness, what a shot. What a throw. I don't know if it wound up shot or not. I don't think it did. Oh, it just came off. Do you believe how that rock curled with that weight? That was a bullet. Wow. It had to stop 2 inches closer to the 4-foot circle, and it would have been shot. Oh, what a good throw. I don't know how you anticipate that curl. From the hog line in, it curled 6 inches with that weight. Wow. Great shot. So Roger's going to come around and try and put one in between on the 4-foot, just touching the 4-foot circle over there. He's going to leave Pete a chance to draw to it regardless, but Roger does have hammer here, trailing by 1. But an opportunity to score a double here for Roger, and more, maybe a 3. Certainly on the table. This rock's got to curl a ton. MJ raised her hand like she thought it was heavy. I think the weight's great. Oh, this is coming to make an ever up.
Didn't they kind of want this one to count?
You think? It's not going to do it, though. It's not second rock.
No, that's not.
I think that fooled the front end. MJ raised her hand like she thought. When somebody does that on the front end, I'm thinking they think it's heavy.
Right.
That rock
you're
was
basically saying hold off, hold off.
Yeah, that was beautiful weight.
So were they trying to finesse it to the top 8 versus bring it down?
Yeah.
So.
That was a good rock. Pete's going to try and come around and spoil the party here for Roger.
But at the same thing, the front end's trying not to overcook it and bring it down. You know, it's kind of like a no-win situation for the front end.
Now you want to be keen on this one. You don't want this to be deep and give him an easy shot if it doesn't bury for 2. If it looks like it's not going to bury, you want to leave it up and cut the rings down. Especially if it covers up the yellow one that Roger just threw. Hammer stone here in the 4th end. I'm sorry. This is Pete's last rock. Roger has hammer here. Misspoke. I'm a shot ahead here. It's funny on these.
I know. Well, because we're watching other sheets though too sometimes.
Oh yeah.
You gotta prevent yourself from saying, "What a great shot!" On oh wait,
clearly watching other sheets.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish we could switch over to those sheets just for the one shot, just to show up.
That's our next step. I got to talk to Roger about that one.
Just there's too many steps to switch over.
Right.
versus just quick. Let's go look at sheet 2.
Yeah, we
back
got
to
to change
3,
the software to do that, I guess. Joyce Schaefer was telling me at Ardsley last week she could watch all 3 games on her phone at once. Kind of neat.
I know they had 3 streams going, 3 separate streams, but you had to pick one.
Great shot. Oh, it's a good shot. Just had to come over another 6 inches.
Head too deep, though.
Yeah, 1.5 feet too much.
Cindy was yelling up, and
good shot. Good shot from Pete.
So what do we got here? Is the yellow outcounting the red on the outside?
Is the yellow outcounting the red on the outside? I'm not
on the 8th
following.
foot. On the 8th foot. Left of us.
Yeah, I think the yellow's second stall.
I guess that's what I was trying to say.
Okay, yeah.
I know what I meant.
I'm not sure what Roger's trying to do here with that ice.
Tap the red back, I'm thinking.
Tap
just
the red.
Just a little tap.
Like,
got a curl.
You can only see about half of it, huh? I'm looking down the ice. Not even, maybe. Maybe half.
I think that's why it's got to be
a little more ice.
It's got to move it back, though. 2 feet, maybe?
That's it. So just back house, just back or through the house weight will do this. I'm not sure that's enough. That's enough ice.
Well, we'll know here in a minute. And on the broom, looking at it from my view.
Curling like crazy, huh?
Boy, I don't think so.
They're holding it. They're holding it.
No.
They're holding it. Oh, what a great shot.
Wow.
Oh, what a great throw.
I thought it was going to hit.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot. Wow. 2 yellow to give the lead back to 5-4. Wow, what a great game.
Cindy's not conceding that yellow yet.
Yeah, they're measuring.
She's not going to concede it.
Good for her. From where we're sitting, it looks like a no-brainer that it's a yellow, but great shot there from Roger. Good team shot, too. Michelle was on it early. Once it started to curl about halfway down, I wasn't sure it was going to get by the guard.
From my angle there, it looked like it was going to tick the guard.
It sure did.
I really thought it was. And then
beautiful
everybody in the way for that last bet, I couldn't see.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the deflection, and there wasn't one.
Clearly red. Clearly red. Clearly by a ton. Wow, it's funny. From where we're sitting, we can't tell. So it's just 1 to tie the game at 4. Boy, they were ready to just concede, and Cindy Brown sharply said, no, not so fast. Very good idea to get the measure out on that one.
I'm going to make you earn that point.
Mm-hmm. So 4-4. We have a 4-end game, and here we go.
Sweeping hard to make this a center guard. We had an earlier game. I don't know if you caught it there. They made a beautiful double, but it was the free guard zone. Had to put everything back.
I did see it.
Trying to move 5 stones back where they were.
I saw Dave Galazzoli's reaction to it. He went, oh.
Well, it was supposed to be just a run back, and it would have been beautiful, but it just undercurled a little bit and ended up with a run back double.
Yep.
But unfortunately, it took the free guard or the guard out of play.
This is not going through. Back 8, maybe. Roger will get that back as far as he can. So the force of 1 to Team Rowlett gives the hammer back to Pete Shirelli here in the 5th end. That's a very keen point in this game. We got to remember that because that's a big, big point in a tight game like this if it goes that route.
Right.
That Cindy Brown wasn't so eager to give up the point, and in fact, Red looked like Team Rowlett was going to walk away and say, thanks for our deuce, and not so fast. Well, it was great.
That's called the bluff. Bluff, huh? It's too yellow. No.
Not yet.
No, we're not going to give that up.
Nope. And this one looks like it might just go off the rings. Left red sitting 1. Everything behind the tee line here now.
There are a few vices here. We do kid them about them being very, 3 yellow. Oh, hold on just a minute. Hold on just a minute.
Looks like a draw attempt here from Cindy Shirelli.
Bob, we got your update on sheet 5 there. They're a little pokey getting the score up there for us. That's way out.
Sure is. Just sailed out of her hand. Weight's good, too.
Well, that was going down the ice, and it looked like it was actually falling.
And it's coming sideways now. Might just freeze to it.
Wow.
Holy smoke. I never guessed that was going to come back. Almost threw the same identical shot, right?
Yep.
Sitting 2.
That looked like it was going to sit on the outside 12.
Roger's going to play a freeze. They're behind the tee line here. Nice freeze here from Howie. He'll take them both away.
Just such a gentle release.
Oh, look, there's great hands.
Can't tell. Is that moving?
It's moving. It's moving. Gonna go right to the top of the 4-foot. No, it left. Might even be 3rd rock.
It just looks like it's touching 12.
Now
It's on the
you're
8-foot,
that-
touching 12.
Yep. So little Christmas tree shot here coming from Pete. I think I would try to get behind this yellow one onto the 4-foot, right about. Come on, Peter, tap your broom where I want this rock.
We need to adjust
No,
it.
no. That rock's not hurting you.
The monitor doesn't help me at all over here.
Huh. I think I'd like to go behind this yellow one. No. Not sure. Not sure I like this strategy, but we'll see what
You
what
want
it
the
gets.
corner freeze to the yellow.
Right, and that leaves a perfect opportunity for the other team to come right behind it to the 4-foot,
Well, I think his thought is if he corner freezes, he's guarding his reds.
which are behind the tee line.
I think I'd call for the draw, and the corner freeze would be the B shot.
The corner freeze clearly is playing into the hands of the yellow rocks, personally.
But I would call that the plan B if the draw didn't work.
He's wide anyway. He's on the same path that Cindy was on.
A lot more weight, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about a lot more, but
Oh,
it's
boy, that's moving. Yeah.
same weight. Behind the tee line again. So the door's open here for Roger Rowlett to take control of the end here, even though there's 3 rocks of the red ones on the rings here.
I guess it is the exact same thing. There's 3 stacked on top of each other.
Yep. Can't get them all. Beautiful shot here for how it would be to hit this rock, half a rock, and flop behind the yellow one.
It was a quick yell from Roger.
Sure it was. Got a great looking shot here if it's by. Oh, he made it. Look at that. What a shot.
That's almost perfect.
The forever consistent Howard Feldman. Makes
Actually,
beautiful
started
shot.
that Christmas tree nicely right there.
Beautiful shot.
from looking down the ice.
Hey, George. Go right down to him.
So either you peel the yellow guard now, and now you're backpedaling if you're Pete.
He's going after the middle one, right? The one on the floor?
Yep. It's a lot of room. There's a good 4.5, 5 feet in between these two rocks, so there's a lot of room to draw here.
And when you're looking down the ice, it doesn't look like that much room.
No, it does not.
When you're throwing it there, you're looking at, they look tight.
Yep.
But then you look at a monitor and you say, there's a lot of
A
room.
lot of room.
12, 4, and
This is a big shot here. This puts the end back in favor of Team Shirelli here. Line's great. It's got legs. It's a great shot. It's still moving. A little light. They're working. It's light. Oh, he guarded. Didn't want that. That's unfortunate for George. Now Roger will put one in between these two yellow ones if he can. Oh, no, I guess he's going to hit. I didn't think those rocks would frighten him back there now that he's got one on the back button. Yeah. Draw right there.
yeah,
Right in between the two yellows would be perfect, wouldn't it?
he wants it up higher, though. He's going to guard that draw, take that draw away from him. And again, the plan B would be if it's a little heavy, bring it down to the back yellow.
Oh, you don't want to come to the back yellow. How about top 4, about just half behind the yellow one in the 8-foot? Sit 1 and 2.
I think he originally called it where, top 12?
No, I think he was pointing in the 8-foot.
Was he?
I'm sure he wants to be 1 and 2 here.
Pretty tall from my angle here, and I can't really see the overhead monitor.
Yep. God, the ice must be lightning fast because that looks light. No, it's not light. They're working it. That looked light out of hand.
I think there's a good example, though. If you hit it early, keep it moving.
The momentum, you're using the body's momentum to keep it going. This rock's going to be perfect if it gets by the yellow one. Absolutely perfect. No, just a little light. But it did block. Your thought process was a good one there, Tim. It did block. Whoops. What are we doing here? Somebody made contact with a rock on the way by. Pete's putting it back. So Rowlett's in control. No hammer for Rowlett, but he's in control of the end. Still a lot of room to draw. Either way. I think he's got more room on this side. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I think I liked your... I don't know.
Looking for a good draw here, right on the button. You can get one right on the button in front of the yellow one. This would be a great shot. Boy, it's going sideways though. And light. Oh no, didn't want that. Just too light. Now there's room for Roger to draw around here. Get another one to the 4-foot. I think he'd like to put one right there. Sit 1 and 2. This is okay, as he just pointed out, but that's perfect. You cut the rings down if, in fact, it's short. Ice might be getting a little sticky. Michelle McEnroe with a chance to put Team Rowlett in a good spot to steal here. I mean, they're in a good spot now, maybe steal more than one. Roger yelling no line. This will curl hard if the weight's right. Just a little heavy. Yeah, a little heavy. 1 and 2. But wide open. Boy, if I'm Pete Shirelli, I don't like all these rocks in front of the rings at all. You just got to make the decision halfway,
Right, that's
earlier,
That's the big decision when your second's coming up there. Do I start clearing stuff or don't I? And a lot of times if you don't, you regret it later on.
So true.
Then you're looking at like second vice stone. Do I take something out?
Who's that at the bottom?
Pamela Turner.
Pamela Turner. Oh my goodness. Hello, Pamela Turner.
Open up a little lead there on sheet 4.
Come on, you just made my heart go pitter pat. I guess the draw is still available here. If you're heavy and hit the yellow one and flop over, you still leave Roger something to.
It looked like she let that one go inside. George was on it in a second.
And they're hitting here.
Oh, they are.
They're hitting. I thought they would be. Thought she'd be drawn.
Needs to move a little bit more.
Nose hit. Hitting a little roll. Didn't really do much except take one of the yellow rocks away. There's still a ton of room to draw in here.
If they had,
That's where Roger'd like one right now.
Just a second sooner, they might have got the roll in. I don't know if it would have rolled in for shot, though.
It's kind of a messy end. This is the first end in the game where it's been a little messy.
A little
half shots.
A little congested.
So we have a listener from the Catskills tuning in to the 2024 Mixed Championship. Who will be the champs? Tight game.
Kill shot over there.
I think Roger would love to sit 1 and 2 here. If he could get one to the top of the button here, and that's where the broom is setting up. Or if he hangs it out and just hits the red one half a rock and slides over to the button, wouldn't be bad. It'll be in front of the tee line pretty much.
This is his first shot.
Yep. No hammer here for Rowlett.
I wouldn't have thought we'd have 20 people for this game. Yeah.
Probably all Utica curlers except for Pamela Turner.
Makes me feel good. I don't want to be sitting here talking to each other. It's like somebody else has to listen to us.
For the final of the Mitchell, we had 350 people and then some. 370, I think, at one point we had.
Plus a real crowd here helping us out.
Oh, man, was it chaos. That was fun. Looking good here. If it's got legs, this is a beauty. This is a beauty if it's got legs. This is a beautiful shot. Oh, what a beauty. Roger Rowlett without hammer here is just made a gorgeous draw, a little wick off of that red stone, and he's sitting 1 and 2 now. Things are getting kind of sticky here for Pete Shirelli and company.
How does Pete get in there?
Yeah, he's got to throw a perfect draw.
No.
Just rub off the yellow one and flop to the button, I guess.
Not a lot of room to push.
There's not a lot of room. No, there's not.
I don't see where you can get shot out of this, though. That's perfect. At this point, even cutting down to 1.
Score update on sheet 5. We're up to date. 4. Crucial point in the game, in a tight game like this. If Pete drops 1, it's not the end of the world. I don't think you want to drop a deuce here if you can help it.
If he draws, he's got to move.
He's throwing a little bit more than a draw with that broom because it curls hard late. This is more like a through the house. I think he's hoping it'll come over enough to hit off the yellow one and flop in.
Could he possibly hit that yellow between the yellow and the red?
Boy, he could. Yes, he could.
No?
Yeah, I think that's what he's throwing.
Perfect hit there.
Trying to double the 2 yellows and just sit 2?
Or again, even just push the 1 yellow back and give him 1.
Sure. I think it's there. It's totally there. He's got to hit like a quarter of a rock just to scoot it by the red one. He hung this one out, though, unfortunately. Oh, that's unfortunate. He's going to give Roger, and he might even chip his red one away. Oh, that's well, it's still 1 and 2. Is
that actually hit the red and came back?
Yeah, wow.
One of those that went.
That was odd.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of those. We're gonna
probably a little more weight than he wanted to throw, I'm thinking, but Roger will guard up here, I believe now. He doesn't have to get greedy here. He's sitting 1 and 2. A steal of 2 would be a big deal here for Team Rowlett.
It was probably going through his mind there. He had to throw a little bit because he's moving something and just threw a little bit too much.
Yep. Haven't we all? He does have 1 more stone with a good guard here. I'm not sure how he gets in there, except maybe with the intern way out on this side. So that'll still be open for him. The intern draw will still be open.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. And I don't know that did it. That rock really did not cover up the shot through here. On sheet 4, our B event final is victorious. Team of Conrad Law is victorious over Team Schaefer, and they will represent Utica. They will be Utica 3. Congratulations. And Team Schaefer will be Utica 8. Also a pretty good chance of playing in the Cobb. Yeah, I think Pete's going to opt to come around with this intern draw. Looks a lot easier than getting through that port and sticking.
Yeah, the top 6 teams automatically get in the Cobb.
Right. 5, 6 out of the hat, and then looks like as of right now, 7 and 8 are in also, it looks like, at this point anyway, unless we get some more out-of-town teams.
And that depends on how many out-of-town teams come in.
Sure.
The 7, 8, 9, 10 all become filler teams.
Yep. Now down to the Hammerstone here. Against 2 is Pete Shirelli, but there's a lot of room to draw if he can get to at least get full 4. He may cut him down to 1. If he can get to the button, he's winner of the end. Doesn't like the ice. Yeah, he tightened up the ice a little bit. Got to make the shot now, Pete.
Got the semaphore flags out, trying to flag. He threw it out a little bit.
Almost had to here.
Yeah.
Almost had to.
Well, you had to remove the broom in, and you threw it back out where she originally had the broom.
Yeah, even wider. Not going to happen. Steal of 2 for Team Rowlett. Take a 6-4 lead. That's a big deal here in this game. Rowlett stole 2 in the 5th end. On to the 6th.
one draw could. I like that. Well, that way it didn't curl. That first red is the one that did not curl.
That's a tough spot to make one curl over there. So on to the sixth end here. 6-4, Team Rowlett. With a steal of 2. Big steal in the fifth end. And MJ will go right to the button with her first one here. A little back.
Oops, I got it
Let's see if
backwards here.
he's going to ignore it. No, I guess he's going to hit it. He could set up his corners here.
4-6. I got it the wrong way here.
Been an enjoyable game. Line's getting better. Very nicely thrown. But Cindy Shirelli's been sharp all day. Very nice shot. Beauty. I think I'd keep sweeping that out. And we're back to that takeout game now. Roger will be very happy to give Pete Shirelli one and get the hammer back in the seventh.
I like it better when they put some guards up there. It's a little more intrigue on the shots.
Yeah, this is a.
You're just waiting for a miss.
Yeah, right.
It's a lot better like when it's all congested from up here, from a viewer standpoint.
Definitely.
Trying to figure out what they can do. And again, we're never wrong.
And from a commentating point of view, it's boring as hell to keep hitting and rolling out, hitting and rolling out, rolling out. Yeah. That's the game we play.
I like a Groundhog Day game.
Come on, corner guard, Pete.
Empty house.
Come on, throw a corner guard. And he's going in the rings. I don't understand it, but I don't understand
Again, this team he's playing, though, it's not going to leave stuff in the house.
No, not at all.
And they're not apt to miss.
League night, I might go in all day with this scenario, but with a team that's as sharp as Rowlett's team, I think you got to throw corner guard here and try and get advantage of the free guard zone still being in play. Now, if this rock stays on the rings, if it's not heavy, this might go through the rings. That's going through. Yep. Through it is. And Roger will go to the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah, big end too.
The ladies are working hard to try and get this rock to the rings. I'm not sure they're going to get it there. Center guard's not the end of the world, but it's going to touch. It's just a little short, looks like. So that gives Pete something to hide behind. I think you got to go for a draw here now at this point.
It's off the center line, so they could take it on the way by. But no tick rules. Sometimes it's still a little hard to get used to.
Yeah, it is. It's almost by accident the way we play.
Well, you got to pay attention, though, too. Sometimes it's like, oh, wait.
It's more of an accident the way we, with the level we play. If you watch the pros and the people who play at a high level, they can do it all day. They can tick.
Yeah, they do it on purpose.
Right. And this sets Roger up for a draw. I don't think Roger will waste any time at all coming around these stones. Or tapping up the yellow one.
I like coming up, or coming around on the left-hand side as we're looking at it. So
you don't promote their rock?
Well, so you promote yours if you're
right,
narrow.
Sure.
Yep. I've done it the other way and promote the wrong color.
Me too. So draw attempt here from Howie. Got guards up. Don't need any more guards. Line's getting better for the promote. Line's getting better. If it's got legs, it's going to promote it nicely. Maybe no legs. Just going to get there and tap it. But
Going to
not,
get freeze.
yeah. And it did put it on the rings, however. Now Pete's going to draw. I think Pete's going to draw here. Right there. So there's a chance here for Team Shirelli to get back in control of the sixth end here if they can make a draw. Draw attempt coming. It looks kind of wide. George is not particularly happy with that. Going to be on the rings, but it's going to be wide open. Once again, our B event final is completed. Congratulations to Conrad Law, Nyoka Law, Tim Crofton, and Natalie Shelton. They will be in the Cobb and represent Utica as Utica 3. Team of Joyce Schaefer, Charlie Schatz, Lisa Light, and Jim Schaefer. Not sure what the order was in there. Tammy Dunnigan was out there too. Joyce did not play that game. So
Charlie was in the house.
He was, and they'll represent Utica as Utica 8, if in fact they are able to get in. No roll. Roll away. Roll away the dew. I think Pete's probably still going to draw. Put Cindy Brown in her driver's seat. She's a good draw player. I'm not sure I'd worry about the, yeah, you just got to draw here. Still wide open. This is one of those first hog to the trough shots here. Somebody's got to beat somebody to the 4-foot circle and get control of the end. They think she's light. They're on it right away. Line's getting better. If it's by, it's money.
Oh,
That's going to be a beauty.
just by.
Wow. Not too far, Pete. Go.
I thought
Right
for a
on the
minute there
button.
when
There's
they
a
came
draw.
up, I thought it was going to snap.
Now there's a draw shot
That's
right
a beautiful
there.
shot.
Cindy Brown with a really good shot. And they started it early, which was a clever read from the front end there. Cindy Shirelli and George Brown, they got on it, and the momentum carried it just enough line to get it by the red one. And
I think that's the key, though, on those. If they're light, you've got to start them early.
Got to get them
because
going.
If you wait, you hear a lot of times people, Skip use the expression, it's got to curl, it's got to curl. So
Right.
they come up, and by the time it curls, there's no momentum left.
Now Michelle McEnroe with a chance to freeze down to it. This one's getting better every turn as well. Oh, this is a great shot. Little bounce. Oh, it's a little heavy. It's going to bounce.
Bounce out
Bounce out. Just a little heavy. Line was great.
and tip the red further undercover.
Yes, it did. Pete's almost got to disregard this one back here and go right to freeze to his own. Same shot. I don't know if I like that at all. If he noses it, he leaves Roger a chance to slide one over. I'm not sure I would regard this rock if I was Pete. I think I'd let Cindy throw the same shot she just threw.
Right. But you also don't want to leave a double on that top one either.
She just threw it. One of the best lady draw players in the club. This is going to roll away, unfortunately. She's going to hit it, but it's going to roll away.
Pete was yelling sweep, and she was yelling up.
Not bad. Actually, that's a better
Yeah?
outcome than rolling underneath, believe it or not. That's not bad.
And if you had rolled perfectly underneath, it would have been okay.
That's
but
right.
You didn't want to leave a pocket.
Yep. I think
now-
Roger's still got it now. Does Roger say, okay, they're playing for two? No. That's the idea right there, is to cover this shot rock up, somewhere in front of its second stone, and then Pete's got a tough task to get to.
And really, this is setting Roger up for his second shot if they leave it open.
True.
The only way he can get to that red is he's got to use another stone to get there.
Yep. Absolutely. Down to skip rocks here in the all-important sixth end. Cindy Brown made a really beautiful draw and took the yellow stone out of Michelle's. So Roger looking to freeze the shot rock here. I think this is a real fine line too. I think what I've seen, if you're outside and a little bit heavy, maybe it's not going to come over. And if you're inside and you're light, it's going to go sideways. Right. So it's a real weight sensitive spot. Again, MJ raising her hand like she thinks it's got plenty. Okay. That's good information. This looks toasty. Slowing down. It is digging in. It's not going to get to the shot. I don't believe it.
They're going to leave them a pocket.
And I think it's going to leave.
Oh, no.
It's going to sit 1 and 2. Just too heavy for Roger. That's unfortunate there. Now Pete can come around and sit 1, 2, and 3. I got to think you got to go to try and get to your own shot here, don't you?
It looked like it was digging in there for a minute.
There,
I thought
there.
I was going to stop maybe back 4.
You don't want to leave Roger enough room to get around it. That'd be okay too. Sitting 1, 2, and 3 in the middle of the 8 foot wouldn't be a bad outcome there.
Just got to be careful. You can't leave yours where it gives him an opportunity to hit red.
Right there. You want to be 1, 2, and 3 here.
You don't want to corner your red. Well,
why not?
Well, no, I was going to say
why not?
I'm looking at it from a different angle here.
Right. Yeah.
Because you tap that red over, it's much more undercover. So now if you corner your red, they're both undercover.
Right.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what angle you're looking at.
Sure. I mean, if you can get it to be right on top, froze right on the nose, it'd be perfect. Right?
Yeah.
Roger's going to have to look at some wacky thing to get him off of there if he gets. This is a big shot.
Roger's got that yellow run back.
Yep. He does.
It's in the pocket.
Yep. Hammer belongs to Pete Shirelli here in the sixth end.
See, from a viewer standpoint, I like that yellow run back because they're always nice. They're loaded guns.
It's a flare shot. You know, it's one where you get a few oohs and ahs out of the.
Anybody can make a draw.
See, again, this is way out. I'm not sure this is going to come. It's trying. Set it out a little bit.
Lighter, though.
I think you got to leave this up. It's not going to bury.
I think she's
cut the rings down.
Block the path now.
Yeah, I think so. Every bit till it stops.
I think at that point,
just light and wide there from Pete. Roger's still got room to draw in between her. Now he's looking at your shot here, Tim. You might get a chance to ooh and ah here. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that draw down through that port would be pretty tough.
Yes.
I mean, you just have to get by the outside red.
He's looking at your. I think if he hits this anywhere.
Yeah, there is a danger though. As I'm looking at it now, if
he's got to cross the face to the inside. Yeah, he's got to cross. He's got to hit it right there.
Yeah, because he could punch the yellow right by the ring.
Yes, he could. If he hits it on the outside of the rock, he can.
Which again would potentially leave him a yellow-red raise later.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're going to get you're getting your wish here, Tim.
Let's see what he does. I know what I'd do.
The draw through that port is tough. Be a showstopper though if you could tap the red one back a foot and sit shot.
The other thing is that draw through the port with a little tick off the top red as you're coming through that port would redirect it down there nicely.
Yep.
Not a shot you
Boy,
could.
you've been doing a lot of skipping. Wow. I like it.
I'm a master of the too many choices of no shots. I can tell you the 6 shots we shouldn't call
Right.
because I've done them all.
Boy. So here we go. Hammerstone still coming from Pete Shirelli. This is Rogers' last stone of the 6th end. Looking for a double yellow run back here. He's got to hit it to the inside, the center side of that stone, and it's getting better every turn.
It's coming.
It's getting better every turn. I think he's got it. Bang, bang. Watch this. Boom, boom, and boom. Look at that. That's a curling shot right there, folks.
Open up
Very
a little
nice.
bit more than I thought, though. I didn't think it opened up that much. I think he was actually a little too much on the outside.
So this is a beautiful opportunity here for Pete Shirelli to get 3, having opened it up like you just pointed out. All he's got to do is hit that on the inside and roll there, and he gets 3. Big shot here from Pete.
I think Roger had to be maybe 64th of an inch to the left.
17/20ths.
17/20th.
He's got to cross the face of this. If he hits it on the nose, he could jam it. Yeah. Big opportunity here.
I thought when he did that run back that his stone he threw would stay there.
Just got to cross the face. Cross the face. Half a rock, right? Half rock.
You don't want to be wide.
He's coming this way. I almost run across the face here myself, but we'll see what he does.
I think he's looking at there's more room for error here.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be.
Big shot here. Hammerstone in the 6th end. Pete Shirelli with a chance to get right back, not only in the game, but take a 1-point lead going into this. This is a big shot.
Coming down the middle is tough because you're releasing the rock directly in front of your body.
I mean, it's a personal preference thing. I'm coming the other way all day.
Yeah.
I'm coming with the outturn crossing the face. But Pete knows what he wants to throw, and here it is. Oh, boy. It will curl here. It will curl hard here. I think this is over curling. It's over curling.
I got it.
Oh, it slid by.
Yeah,
Look at that. Wow. I didn't see that. It slid by for 3. Oh, what a shot. I didn't either. I really thought it was not going to.
I thought he had it all the way.
What a great shot from Pete Shirelli for 3. It did. It just hit the slide path and flattened right out at the end. Wow.
But I was talking about coming down the middle with that. I think
That's the shot of the game so far, folks.
I think the knee slide gives you a better chance of coming down the middle without trying to throw across your body, getting your hand in front of your body.
So after 6 ends, Team Shirelli has now taken the lead, I believe 7-6. Yes, indeed. Wow. Absolute great shot. We're getting a little bit of everything here, folks. This championship game is as exciting as anything I've seen this weekend. Absolutely great. Whew. And it's archived. You can go back and watch.
Okay, 5 up here.
This is going to slide onto the rings, I think. Oh, I didn't want that. Didn't want that.
Cindy's saying no, no. Cindy's
Yeah, Roger's gonna play a little aggressive here. He's not going to go after that, which is a good idea. Set up his corners. Wow, look at that. 7-6. 7th end in front of us. I've heard Cindy Brown yell loud. I don't know that I ever heard her yell that loud to sweep. She was frantically yelling sweep, and it just skinnied by that rock. Oh, my God, was that a great shot. So the corner guard attempt went onto the rings, and Pete will get rid of that. I think he'd love to help Roger, hold Roger, force him to one and get the hammer back tied coming for home. Pretty good scenario. Steal will be okay. Oh, by Cindy's reaction, I don't know that she just set it out a little bit, and it's a little unforgiving there. And now Roger may take this rock and try to flop over and cover it. Why not? Great game. Oh boy, it flattened out. It's going to go away, I think. Yeah. Okay, so that changes things. Now Pete will get another chance of erasing this yellow rock with George. Hope you folks are enjoying this game as much as I am. We love when these championship games come down to a close game. It's no fun for the players and no fun for the viewers when it's a blowout, so this is a good one. Keep you on the edge of your seat for those curling nerds like us that love this game. Being that I'm not playing this year, I'm really enjoying doing the broadcasts. Got a lot of weekends to do it, Brian. Good looking shot here from George. Don't mind if this goes away. It looks like he's going to lose his shooter. And no, it stuck around. That's even better. Great shot. Roger will try and freeze down to it. And Kim Freely's joining us out there in the chat room. Hi, Kim. Makes the best venison lasagna on the face of the earth. You can make that anytime, Kim.
Yeah, and bring it in.
Roger's going to disregard that and throw a corner on the other side, I believe. Running out of real estate here. Not going to get there.
A little farther left than I would have liked.
It's usable. Does Pete split the house now? What do you do here if you're Pete? Don't want to be deep enough where you can hit and roll under it, right? So it's, yeah.
He wants to right in this top.
Center guard, top of, just sit 1 and 2. That does give Roger a chance to draw behind it.
You're shaking on number 2.
Team Kessler won the D event, the A consolation, the D event. Team Kessler victorious over Team Carter. They will be Utica. Kessler will be Utica 5, and Carter will be Utica 7. Both.
That was the second matchup between them.
It was. The first one was extremely exciting.
This one had the potential there. It was tight right up to that one end.
So congrats to Mike Kessler and Ann Stolman, Mike DiGeronimo, and Liz DiGeronimo. Again, they will be Utica 5. And the team of Julie Carter, Ben Gaetano, Sue Hansen, and Al George. Very successful weekend. Utica 7 going into the Cobb. Pretty sure they'll get in as well, depending on the amount of teams that we have from out of town. The less teams we have from out of town, the more teams from Utica get to play that wouldn't normally be in by a play down.
Right, and as a rule, we prefer a lot of out-of-town teams, so it's not a Utica spiel.
Right.
That's why we have the rule that only the top 6 are guaranteed in. Oh, beautiful draw right here, behind cover.
I'll count the other one? I don't think so.
No.
I think the Red Rock is out counting it way over on the other side.
Overcurled a little bit too much.
Pete, I'd go for the top of the 4-foot, I think, now, don't you, Pete? Yeah. Okay, you don't want to leave him come around, yeah?
If they had come up a little bit earlier on that yellow, it might have been shot.
So besides this game, the only other game that's still in doubt is the C event final between Team Golubsky and Team DeMeo over there on sheet 5. Nice looking draw coming here from Cindy. Might come out the other side. They can get it to the rings.
It's going to be a little short.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's all right. That's not a bad spot for that. Roger going to play clean up here. That big high red guard isn't hurting him any. And he's going to go for the pot. It's good thinking here. If he makes this shot, Pete will follow him down and try to cut. The idea here, you want to make it so Roger doesn't get more than one and get the hammer back in the all-important eighth end. Michelle walked away like she wasn't happy with this shot, and I don't know why. I think this looks perfect to me. She might have thought it was a little heavy. And in fact, it's going to go past the tee line, but a pretty darn good shot.
Well, originally,
past the tee line.
Originally it did not look like it was going to curl that much.
No, she shrugged her shoulders like she wasn't happy with it. It worked out to be really good.
I think when it slowed down, it moved.
Yeah.
Originally, it didn't look like it was going to move that much.
It's a great shot. There's a ton of room between these two. There's a lot of room to draw. The Red Rock's about 1.5 feet, 2 feet outside the rings. There's 6 feet of room behind this Red Rock to just freeze right. That's the shot.
You could freeze, inside freeze.
Oh, it's perfect.
Right behind the guard.
Yeah, right. Just nose freeze even is fantastic. I don't know if that's enough ice. We'll see. We're watching.
Oh, well, no. Right after it comes, we'll stop.
Looks like she's right on the broom. Line's real good. And it really curls hard here.
It is down weight a little bit, so it is going to curl hard.
If it's by, it's money. No, 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 no.
Ooh.
Good shot. Great shot.
It bounced
a little too much weight, a little too heavy. They were pounding it like it was light. I don't know. It was
actually, if they'd come up just a head sooner,
a little bit of a misread.
It would have bounced, but it bounced in.
Little overzealous sweeping crew there that time. They wanted it there, and it was clearly there. It might have been through the house.
She was yelling too, so I think she thought it was.
She was. They all got rather excited at. A little bit of an inopportune time. Good shot nonetheless, but it's wide open.
If it caught that yellow hair more on the left, inside, it would have rolled under cover.
Michelle will try and get an inside roll on this and sit 1 and 2 and set Roger Rowlett up for a multiple score here.
And she's got to get it and tap it anyway.
Line's great. Oh, line's great. Look at this. Michelle McEnroe, look at this shot. This is a beauty. Oh, what a great throw.
Left the top floor.
That's just a great shot.
Perfect place at the top floor.
That's an absolute great shot by Michelle.
So Pete's going to come down and try and tap that.
Yeah, tap and roll.
But boy, to get on the inside of that, I don't know.
The double. I think he's lining up the double.
Yeah, I don't think he can get inside it to roll in. So he's going to have to go for the double.
I don't. It's real tight.
There's a.
It doesn't get him shot rock in the hit and roll, but.
Yeah, so he's.
But not bad. Hit and roll's not bad here because it cuts the rings down for Roger, right? And Roger does have hammer here.
Now looking at the other side.
Sitting deuce right now. That's probably not a bad idea either. We got nice curl both ways. What an absolute great game. Boy, we couldn't ask for anything more in a championship game than this one. This is a beauty. One for the record books.
We can draw top 4. Full 4 in the top would be an ideal spot.
Agreed. You want to be shot rock here.
Yep.
No hammer here for
you don't want to be deep.
Team Shirelli. draw attempt.
I think the double is there if they wanted to
I'm not
try
playing
it,
the without hammer. I'm not playing the
No.
double all day. But
not with the open side.
draw is wide open here.
Yeah, if that draw wasn't wide open, you'd have to try it.
Yeah, you take them both away if you draw to the backer. They think it's light. They're working it over. Oh my goodness. And Cindy's coming out. They all believe it's light. And it is light. Oh, that's unfortunate
Not
for
even
Pete.
make the house, is
No, it's not. Oh, that's just heartbreaking for Pete Shirelli. And Roger will come that
And
same way.
it's out of the way, too. So
It's out of the way. It leaves Roger
Roger's
wide open to
opportunity.
sit 1, 2, and 3 here if he can get one to the 4-foot. That's a big, big unfortunate spot there for Pete.
And the pro side was missed on that one.
Roger's got to be licking his chops here. This is a big opportunity. Eesh.
Where does the handle go when you lose it? Does that join the sock in the
All handles who wander are not lost. Oh, Tim, you're beautiful, buddy. That's a great one.
I've always wondered that. Sometimes you lose the handle and it regains it on the way down, finds it.
Right. Lose your handle and your mind at the same time, which this game will do. For those of us who've played long enough. Roger Rowlett with a big opportunity here.
He just barely let that go.
He did. He's light also. I think he's following Pete down. Wow.
That's going to overcurl.
And you know, both sheets next to sheet 3 have been vacated, so it's always a tendency for the ice to stiffen up a little bit, which it certainly looks like it's doing.
It's going to leave the draw
It's
still.
there for Pete. Yep,
And they swept that right from the time he let go.
they
too.
did. So it's clearly the ice surface is changing, which is very common when other games start to leave. You don't have that warmth of the bodies going up and down.
When he let that go, it looked light. And again, if they had to be another stone outside with the broom.
Pete Shirelli hustling down here. This is his last stone of the 7th end. Roger Rowlett sitting 2. Pete's got a chance to spoil the party for Roger if he can get one on the 4-foot behind cover here. Boy, that does not look like enough ice. We'll see. We're watching. Last stone here for Pete. Hammer stone for Rowlett still to come.
Oh, that still looks light. Oh, maybe a little bit better.
Got no shot. Oh my goodness, he stuffed it. I never thought that was going to get by. Shot rock. Wow. So the best Roger's going to do here is a deuce, I think. Well, he could get 3. If he can push that back and stick, he gets 3. Great shot. I didn't think that rock was ever going to get by the guard, but it
How
did.
naive, little faith.
Wow. Big opportunity here for Roger to get 3. Shot rock right now is Shirelli. He can just push this back to the back 12. He's going to get 3.
And that little bouncer left it out. Left it a little more hittable, I guess.
Trying like a board weight shot here kind of thing. See what Roger's got in store here. Definitely got out to the broom.
A light, though. That ice.
Oh, he's all over it.
Yeah,
And really nice. Look at that. 3-bagger here for Roger. Gorgeous shot.
Could be enough to move it.
3.
Yes, it did.
Count them. 1, 2, 3. Roger Rowlett with a really
Beautiful
great shot.
shot.
Yep, that was a beauty. To take a 9-7 lead
9-7.
going into the 8th end. What a great game. 9-7. He'll need a deuce here to tie. Will Pete Shirelli. Beautiful shot from Roger.
That was to us. Tell you, there's just enough weight where it didn't really curl hard like the other ones did.
Right, he threw it right to the board. It was a beautiful
Again,
shot.
that's the tough thing about this ice.
Yeah,
The weight, if you're T-line weight, it curls a lot.
right. He read it perfectly.
And if
though.
you're backline weight,
Yep.
you
might
lose a lot of that curl.
Yep. So chasing 2 is here, Team Shirelli. And an absolute what a fabulous curling game. Mission accomplished. I think you got to ignore that if you're Pete. Set your corners up.
Thinking.
Corner guards. Pete needs some corner guards here. Down 2. Don't want to be on the rings here if you're Cindy Shirelli. Something that Roger can hit. Take advantage of the free guard zone and get your corners up. Elementary, my dear Watson. Looks pretty good. Don't want it on the rings.
Easy.
Losing line.
Easy.
Oh, boy. And it's a biter.
Roger's going to say goodbye.
Absolutely.
What's that? You can't score if there's no stones.
That's the truth. Just a few inches too far. Jeez.
Well, they swept it there, so
Yep.
it's one where you could blame the sweepers.
Takeout attempt now from MJ. Good looking shot here. Going to keep her shooter. Very nice. Nicely done.
Roll into the rings just to be
Draw
Now-
behind, corner on the other side. See what Pete has in mind here.
you put a corner up or you draw behind the corner?
I think I'd draw behind the corner.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think so.
Yep.
Because the problem
Make use of it. You got it there. Yes.
No, he wants to hit and roll. I don't think you're going to roll that far. You're going to roll way back. You're going to roll to the back 12.
Yeah, you almost have to ignore this rock rate at this point. Roger's going to start peeling guards anyway once the free guard's over, but now you're hoping for a miss, right?
Well, you know,
You need 2 there, Pete.
Howie's not going to miss once probably, and he's definitely not going to miss twice.
We want to score 2. We want to score 2.
All over it. Nice shot from Howie. Easy peasy. At some point, you got to just ignore this one, Pete. I think you got to ignore it. You
gotta
play
have-
tit for tat the rest of the way. It's not going to get you anything, Pete.
He's still trying to hit and roll. I mean, he's got a better chance at least rolling from up there, but it's still a long roll. Precise hit.
Okay.
But again, if he's going to throw a hit and roll, I'd rather him do it up here than this first one that was behind the tee line. That's going to roll in nowhere. Could be a nose hit or roll to the outside even. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is when you need to phone a friend.
I don't know what to say. I'm very seldom short for words, but right at this moment I am.
And now the problem is, how do you recover from where he put himself?
You don't. Now you've got to play the freeze game or draw behind this yellow one.
I still like drawing behind the one on the right.
Yeah, me too.
Only because you got more room to do it. It's going to play the hit game. It's not good. Freeze game's tough.
Well, at least it's
Hey, he's got to freeze. as
makes
opposed to hit.
sense at this point. So a freeze attempt here from George Brown. Line's getting better for the draw. Whoa, 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 whoa. No.
No, they could have swept that a little bit earlier.
And then drew behind. It was a
Yep.
tweener. It was a tweener. We'll waste no time here.
Well, I've been in Pete's position where you're just scrambling. You're saying, if I could have.
Well, he's kind of scrambling on his own doing.
Yeah, well, that's what.
You know,
I think,
no offense.
but that's what I said. I've been there. I put myself in a position. It's like,
We got all kinds of things to freeze to now. Or I suppose you've been playing the hit game. You could hit it a little closer to a hit and roll now, but there we go.
and the only thing is, you freeze that one, which would be nice, but Roger will just come down and hit it because he doesn't care if he loses his yellow
Right.
at this point.
Freeze attempt coming from here from Cindy Brown. Little trouble. Chiarelli's in trouble here without a freeze, and this is wide.
A little heavy to move over that far.
Oh boy. Bye-bye. No good ski. Yes. I think he's thinking about it. I'd be taking my yellow rock out. Don't want to leave Pete anything to freeze to. Wow.
Well, that's it.
Or take it out.
Well, you take it out, or I think his original quandary was, where do I put another one? So instead of putting another one in, take it out. Yeah. Do I put one top, side?
Right. No, it's on the rings. A little better than T. A little better than T. No, that's fine. We're freezing. I think if you freeze here, you almost have to not be shot rock. You got to be froze right on top of it so you can't remove it, right? If it's a corner freeze, they can pop it and get it out of there.
Even locked on top, it'll just take them 2 shots to get it out of there. But
Boy, the line's getting better.
well, be careful. You don't want to bounce.
No bounce. If we're there, we don't want to bounce.
Well, they bounced. Well, they bounced. I think red's going to go.
Incoming.
Red's going to go. He doesn't care if yellow goes.
Nope.
Ooh, the outside? No. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Across the face and have them all go bye-bye.
Wow.
A little later. Take out attempt here from Roger Rowley, trying to get rid of the old Visine shot. There it goes. So down to skip stones here for Pete Chiarelli. Roger still with 1 left. Pete needs 2 to tie. Looking for a perfect freeze on shot rock here. Perfect, right on the schnozola. It's got to be on the schnoz or it gives Roger a chance to lose it.
Well, he needs 2.
Yep.
And all he's got.
And Roger just needs to make 1 go away.
Yep.
So freeze attempt.
Jason over there doing a throw through.
Line's okay. It'll come if the weight's right. Getting better. Easy, easy peasy. Easy, easy, easy. Nope, not going to get to the nose. It's going to be all right, though. Need to bump it. Well, it's not a gimme,
No,
at least.
he's got to hit him hard and he'll go.
Yep,
Again, because he doesn't have to keep his yellow, so.
right. Now, what you don't want to do is be wide here and tick your yellow one off and leave him an open draw for 2. Or over curl and smash it into it, right? Lots can go wrong with a curling shot. We've seen it all, Brian, have we not? This could be the last shot of the game if Roger can make this red stone go away. And this game will be over.
We got a final in our
Team Golubski.
C event.
Congratulations to Team Golubski. They are going to represent Utica in the Cobb as Utica 4 and the winners of the C event. That's Jason Golubski, Audrey Foote, Eric Crumma, and Melissa Foote. Congrats. Team DeMeo will be Utica 9, I believe. Yep, and that's Mike DeMeo and Kathy Palazzoli, Dave Palazzoli, and Tony Rosinski.
This is the key shot right
Here
here.
we go. Looks pretty good. Line's great. Line's perfect. He's all over it. Game, set, and match. There it goes. Congratulations.
Final errands.
Roger Rowlett, Michelle McEnroe, Howie Feldman, and MJ Walsh are the 2024 Mixed Champions. Congratulations. They will be Utica 1 in the Cobb, and congratulations to runner-up of the A event, Pete Shirelli, Cindy Brown, and George Brown, and much congrats. Great game. Real excellent curling game. It was fun. So
all the games are done.
Yep.
Scores are posted.
Beautiful. On behalf of the Utica Curling Club, I'm Dave Craig-Nolan.
Tim Conboy.
Pleasure to be with you, and we'll see you soon. To go to the uticaclub.org for upcoming events. There's a lot of stuff we're going to be streaming in the near future, and we'll look forward to having you with the broadcast. Good night, everybody.